Hi there folks, today I've got a quick tabletop review of an S35VN knife from AliExpress. Now it's listed as mini folding knife. It has various names which you'll find on AliExpress, but for your ease I am going to provide you with a link. Now you would expect to pay £17.90, which is 23 US dollars. It's 56 grams, which is 2 ounces, well just under 2 ounces. And it measures in at 1 3/4 inches, which is 45mm roughly. Overall 4 1/4 inches, 11 centimeters. Now before we begin, people like to see things like this next to other similar knives that they are familiar with. Now as far as I know, everyone is familiar with a Swiss Army knife. Now this is the Evo, but for the purpose of this video I will compare them just so you can get a good idea of its size. As you can see, it's slightly smaller, but it is a lot thicker than the Swiss Army knife. As you can see, the Swiss Army knife is quite thin. It's known to be like that. And this is chunky. To be precise, it is 4mm on the dot thick. So it is really thick. Now, what's so special about this knife? It's allegedly made of S35VN steel, which is a crucible steel, and it's a powder steel, so it's an engineered kind of steel. So it's around 20% better at retaining its edge. It's got a higher Rockwell hardness, so basically it remains sharper for longer. That's a quick summary. It's a super steel. You may hear a lot of knife channels going on about this super steel. There's certain varieties such as LMAX, CPM3V. There's so many, but this is made of S35VN. So I will attach some information on that for people who want the stats. Now, I like this knife. Now, I'd recommend it possibly for carrying on a keyring. Some of these models come with a little grub screw that goes in the bottom of here. Now it also acts as a glass smasher and keyring holder. So as you can see, your keyring would go straight through it. This is about the similar size as, you know, your more traditional key, the old-fashioned kind. And as you can see, I've got a normal key here. Let's see how thick it is. 10mm, which is just under 1/2 inch. So it's quite thin in the pocket. Its pocket clip is ridiculously hard. So I'm going to quickly try that on and show it you in the pocket, in case you wanted to carry it like that. 1 second. Here is how you'd expect it to be in the pocket. Hanging out is 8mm, which is 3/4 inch. 1 second, let me just double check that. Might be just having a little bit of a moment. It's just over 1/4 inch, sorry. Forgive me. Its pocket clip is solid. It's quite hard to get on. There's no chance of you losing it. The bottle opener, I've tested on it. This works, but you have to get it a particular way round. Now, just guessing off the top of my head, first of all you'd have to hold it like this to stop the knife coming out. So it acts as a little bit of a flipper, watch. Now inside here, we have bearings. And the link I'm going to provide you with will also have a few extra pictures from the manufacturer, which will show you it comes with a tool to tighten it up. Also, it'll have a bit of a picture of the bearings, because it does have bearings in it. It's ever so smooth. All in all, it's cracking quality, to be fair, for what it is. It is on the pricey side, I would say, for its size of £18, but it's a super steel, so all in all, it's not that pricey. It's actually quite a good bargain. There's another comparison for you. Its body is the same size as a Swiss Army knife, so it's really quite small. That's it on my finger or in my palm. I'm a large size glove, so I can grab roughly 4" on a ruler. So as you can see, this is how small it is on a Western size hand. Now, I like this, and I have bought a few of the other titanium S35VN knives. People who know AliExpress and DHgate well will have seen these all over. I believe a couple of them may be clones, but I'm not too sure. And to be fair, when I've seen a lot of alleged clones, they have changed quite a few differences, so that would suggest to me that not always are they clones. Sometimes they may have just copied the idea and made it slightly better, or changed it. So I would recommend this knife. It'd go nicely, say, in a suit pocket. It's very slender, it's very sleek, it's titanium, so it's classy. It really is a classy blade. For the UK, you can carry it everywhere virtually, apart from the big no-no areas, the police stations, airports and schools and things like that, and pubs. But this is as non-threatening as it comes. There's no point. You can't stab with it. Not that you'd want to do that anyway, but there's no point, so that's a biggie. For a lot of people who are a bit cautious of carrying blades, I'd recommend this for you. Another perk to this is, as I promise, I will always demonstrate choils, semi-choils and friction folders. This is kind of a friction folder as well in design. It's not actually a friction folder, but I slightly regard it as that because it's got this extended tang here. Now this extended tang, when my thumb is on here, I'm pressing that hard, it's not going to shut. And this is good because this is really sharp. As you can see, it's shaving hair. It could do with a little strop, but it is shaving hair. So I would recommend this for a formal occasion, obviously following the law of your country. And it would also serve as a good tool maybe for someone who worked in the retail industry, because it would make a good box cutter. And with it being a super steel, it will retain its edge for a long time, 20% roughly longer than your standard stainless. But I will attach a link, I believe it's from, called Hudson Bay or something, which is a tool company. That's for you to check if you're really bothered about the stats and things like that. Basically, it's a man-made steel, combining all the other steel qualities together to basically make a supreme steel, a crucible steel. It's known as S35VN, this one. So all in all, I like it, and I do have other similar knives coming up. Here's another one, but this will be for another review. Now I believe this may be the clone. I can't remember its name, but it's Sergio something, I believe. Now obviously I would recommend getting the legitimate one because it will be made to a much higher quality, much higher standard. But if you can't afford it and happen to like the design, this may be a good option for you. As you can see, another flipper. But anyway, that's enough for that. This is for another video. But well, I'll do a little lineup for you. So all in all, it's a good little backup or a good primary carry for, say, the retail industry, an office worker, or just for your day-to-day. Maybe you don't like carrying larger knives. So I'll put it next to my Whitby knife I have previously reviewed. It now has a snake knot. If anyone's interested, I may do a little video of doing that. As you can see, it really is a lot smaller than the Whitby knife. So if you've got some shorts on, or something like that, or you just don't like carrying larger knives, or you fit the other criteria I mentioned, retail or an office job, or something like that, I'd really recommend that. Because one hand open, so you'll get it out of your pocket, you'll flip it open, and you can choke up on the blade, like this, and you can open your packaging with great ease. And this is really non-threatening. I can't see anyone wanting to complain to the local police. Bearing in mind, it wouldn't be illegal for you to have this anyway, unless you're in a restricted area. But this is as non-threatening as it goes. It's even less threatening than the Evo, which is, this I believe is the standard blade for all your Swiss Army knives, apart from your Aloxes, your Cadet, and so on and so forth. But that's the end of this video. If there's anything you think I've missed or you'd like to know, please pop a message underneath. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone who's subscribing so far. I really appreciate it, and I have loads more to come. Expect to see tomahawks, axes, machetes, for the UK, more ornamental knives that we would never have uses for, so karambits and things like that. But please note, you can't really do anything with stuff like that in the UK. You may lawfully own it on private land, but there's virtually no reason for you having it on you unless you was going to a martial arts class or something. So thanks for your time, guys, and goodbye.